Hello friends, I'm Snigdha Shukla, Assistant Professor, IICMR MC. Our today's topic is generalization with interfaces in Java and UML. There are several advantages of interfaces. Knowing whether to use interface or inheritance, it depends on knowing your system. So in earlier video, we have seen what is interface, what is an interface, and how the generalization can be achieved using classes that we have seen. And interfaces realization is possible with the interfaces. So that also we have seen it. Now in this video, we'll see the advantages of the interface. So there are several advantages. As we know, the abstract classes which cannot be instantiated. Using the interfaces, we can implement the polymorphism. So polymorphism is possible using the interfaces also. In object-oriented software engineering, polymorphism means when two classes have the same description or the behavior, but the implementation of the behavior may be different. So two classes are there and they both are having the same name method, we can say that, but their description, I mean the description for both the methods, it is different. So its actual behavior, it is different. So here the example it is given, that is there is one class that is called as the rectangle, another class is circle. Both the classes are having the same method, that is area, but in both the cases, though the name of the method it is same, that is area means they both are having the same description or the behavior, but the actual behavior for the both the classes, it is different. In rectangle class, area method is calculating the area of rectangle and the formula is length into breadth. In circle class, the area method is calculating the area for the circle and the formula is pi r square. So this is known as the polymorphism. It is simple to achieve in Java. So this polymorphism, we can achieve it in Java, and in both the cases, the method names are same, but the actual behavior of both methods, it is different in different classes. Here we can see one example. So interface, it is I-shape, and I-shape interface has two methods, area and perimeter, both are double methods. I-shape, because it is interface, so the name I have given, it is I-shape. Now this I-shape interface, there is a class called as rectangle, which can implement the I-shape interface. As we have seen, the I-shape interface has area and perimeter method. So inside the rectangle class, the area method will calculate the area of rectangle and the perimeter method will calculate the perimeter of rectangle. So area of rectangle is L into B, that is length into breadth, and the perimeter of rectangle is 2 into L plus B. Similar way, there is another class called as circle class. That class is also implementing the I-shape interface. So in this class also, we can write the body or we can define the area as well as the perimeter method. But inside this circle class, the area method is calculating the area for circle, whereas the perimeter method is calculating the perimeter of circle. So formula for both, it is area of circle is pi r square and a perimeter of circle is 2 pi r. So one interface can inherit from the another interface. So one interface can inherit from the another interface. This is also one of the feature of the interface, that one interface can inherit the another interface. Interface inheritance should not be abused. This means that you should not be extending the interface. So you should not be extending the interface if you are simply trying to create the larger interface. So if you have to create the larger interface, doesn't mean that you are extending the interface. Interface A can implement interface B if and only if the behavior of interface A can fully be used as a substitution for the interface B. For example, let's discuss about the movement of vehicle. Now, here the thing is that interfaces we cannot abuse. It means if we have to create the larger interface, doesn't mean that one interface is extending the another interface. The one interface implements the another interface. So if we have, and when can we do this? If and only if the behavior of interface A can fully be used as a substitution of interface B. So here the example I have given. So you can see this example, that there is a discuss about the movement of the vehicle. The vehicle on the land, that is car, and vehicle on the water, that is ship. Both the vehicles move in X and Y axis. But if we have to add the vehicle like aeroplane, which moves in the Z axis also. I hope you all are understanding. So here, like we have car and ship, two vehicles. One is on the which runs on the road, and other is on water. So both the vehicles they move in X as well as Y axis. But there is another vehicle, that is airplane, which moves in the Z axis as well, X, Y as well as Z. In this case, we can create two interfaces, one for land and water type vehicles, which moves only on X and Y axis, and the second interface for the air type vehicle, which will inherit the first one. Because air type vehicle only has three parameters, that is X, Y, and Z axis. So that is what given in this third point. Interface A can implement interface B if and only if the behavior of interface A can fully be used as a substitution for the interface B. So here I want to tell you that is, we can inherit airplane which moves in Z axis. So in this case, we can create two interfaces, one for land and water vehicles, and another it is only for air vehicles. So water type which moves only on X and Y axis, the land and water type vehicles, whereas the second interface, that is air type vehicle, which will inherit the first one, so that the air type vehicle will get the X as well as Y axis, and the Z axis it is already defined in the air type vehicle. So like this, like we can achieve the inheritance here. So one interface can implement the another interface. That is what we have seen here. Let's go for the next slide. There is one more advantage of interface is multiple inheritance. But Java doesn't support multiple inheritance, but it is possible in C++. Multiple inheritance where the subclass has two or more superclasses. So subclass is having two or more superclasses, that is called as multiple inheritance. Java doesn't support it. This is because inheriting from two or more superclasses has the data ambiguity and Java doesn't support them. So if we start inheriting the features from more than one classes, so definitely there will be a data ambiguity and Java doesn't support that. So Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. In Java, class can implement as many interface as we want. So one class can implement as many interface as we want. In Java, single implementation for multiple interfaces with overlapping contracts is acceptable. So using this approach, Java can handle the problem of having the multiple inheritance. So we'll see it in the next example, how we can achieve the multiple inheritance indirectly in Java. Now in this example, we can see we have an interface, I public speaking. We have another interface, I private conversation. So I public speaking has two methods, give presentation and speak. Then I private conversation has two methods, that is lower voice volume and the speak. Both are the interfaces. So definitely, as we know, the interfaces has only the method declaration part, but the description part, it doesn't exist in the interface. So the class which implements that interface, so there is a class called as the person, which is implementing the I public speaking as well as the I private conversation. So in this case, you can see we have used the body for only for here the speak method. So speak method, it is common in both the interfaces. So definitely, so because of this, we can achieve the inheritance in this case. Okay, and that multiple inheritance, it is possible like this, that this class, that is the person which is implementing I public speaking and I private conversation, both the interfaces are having the same method, that is speak, and the body for the speak method, it is written in the class person. So this is how we can achieve the multiple inheritance in Java. Thanks. Bye.